Hey guys, welcome to Simply Bitcoin, the channel that breaks down all the daily Bitcoin news, from Twitter to important updates to the cringy fails. We've got it all, but before we get started, drop us a like. Don't forget to subscribe. My co-host, BitVolt, is going to be joining us shortly, but first, as is customary, we're heading off to the Clark Moody dashboard.
Clark Moody dashboard.
All right, let's kick it off with the block height, 646,491. The price of 11,418, chain rewrite days of 544, and total capacity 1,057 Bitcoin. 0.24.
I like that lightning number, man. The price took a little bit of a tumble, a little bit of a tumble, Phil. A little bit of a tumble.
I have to admit, I bought some of this dip.
Hell yeah!
I caught it early in the morning. So.
Me too.
Why not?
Oh yeah! If you're not stacking every day, don't watch this show. Okay, this is not the show for you, Phil.
And I like to stack on the pain.
Exactly. You wake up. I wake instead of coffee, I just stack in the morning. Just gives me energy. Phil, I think it's time for the daily fail.
And the daily fail is brought to us by Grayscale. It actually kind of rhymes, which is kind of funny. Kind of meant to be there, right?
Wait, say. Try to wrap it.
It's Grayscale. Okay. So, how has BCH risen above the fray as one of the most successful hard forks of Bitcoin? What the fuck are they talking about? So, look. I mean, this is. They're absolutely the daily fail for shilling this crap. It's so disappointing when you see that totally awesome video that they made, right, which was really, really good with the symbolism, and kind of catching to the archetypes of people, right? So, it's things that we understand that are close to us, and then they go and they shill these freaking shitcoins. And I'm sorry, Bcash is nothing like Bitcoin. It is, obviously it's totally centralized, and the mining on it, the hash rate on it is garbage.
But how could they claim that Bitcoin Cash is successful?
I know.
Remember, guys, we've been saying this for a while. If you want to look at the health of Bitcoin, don't look at the price. Look at the hash rate. And let's do that real quick, okay? Let's do this real quick, okay? You see that tiny little red line on the bottom?
Ugh.
That's the Bitcoin Cash hash rate. Look at the Bitcoin hash rate. Okay, this is when they started. This is when the fork started, right? In 2017. It was about the same. Look where Bitcoins went.
That's right.
And look where Bitcoin Cash is. That is the definition of failure. That's not a successful coin. And the hash rate represents security, which represents value. So what they're doing is extremely unethical, Phil, because they're shilling you bags. They're shilling you their bags. That's what they're doing. That's messed up, man. Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, what's the lesson here?
Oh man, there's so many lessons to choose from. Okay, but I think we'll stick with the, Bitcoin Cash is not Bitcoin.
I like it. Short, simple.
Yeah.
Bitcoin. I mean, Bcash is not Bitcoin. Absolutely.
Not Bitcoin.
And that's Phil's daily lesson. I love that. Phil's daily lesson. I like it.
You're going to blame it all on me.
Phil, it's time for the daily meme review. And we got a request from we got a request from our homie, which I'm not following, so I'm going to give you a follow, and you better follow me back. I'm just kidding. You don't have to. Anyways, so it doesn't have volume, but it reads, anyone who is trying to sell their shitcoin to the young community is worse than a scammer. Scumbag might be more appropriate. Sell your shitcoins to a VC. Don't shill it on Twitter to a community trying to change the world.
That is
hashtag Bitcoin fart face. Man, that's some wisdom. I like it. It's unique. I like the animation. Phil, what are you going to give it?
So it's kind of a tough call because I obviously I love the author, and I think he does amazing work.
This is a tough one, right?
It is a tough one. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Here we go.
A 9?
Giving him a 9.
Giving him a 9.
Giving him a 9.
Okay.
It's very close to perfect. The only thing, like for me, the only thing is that it's not. I don't think it's really a meme. You know,
I'm gonna be a little bit harsh on this. Fartface, I love you, man. I do like the message, but I'm gonna give it a 7.9.
Ooh, look at that! You're getting very intricate.
Yeah, man.
7.9.
Here's the thing. It's almost an 8, but the reason it's not an 8 is because first of all, it's not a meme. Okay. Second of all, it's a powerful message. It's a tweet.
Very powerful message.
It's more of a tweet. You know, the message is beautiful, which is why I'm giving it a 7.9. The animation is beautiful, but unfortunately to me, it's not really a meme, right? It's just like it's more of propaganda, right? So I'm gonna give it a 7.9. Phil's gonna give it a 9. He's definitely not gonna follow me now. Sorry, bro. I'm a Bitcoiner. I'm gonna tell you the truth always. Anyways, guys, I think it's time for the Daily News, sponsored by. All right, guys, so here's the Daily News for today. A ransom attack on Trezor and KeepKey's passphrase handling. As a consequence, a malicious wallet or a man-in-the-middle modifying data transferred via USB could send an arbitrary fake passphrase to Trezor/KeepKey and hold any coins received on this wallet hostage. So that's pretty crazy, man.
Wow.
That is pretty crazy. That's a huge vulnerability. The passphrase entered by the user could simply be ignored, and the actual passphrase used would be unknown. Would be only known to the attacker. So essentially what would happen is if you're using the 25th word, right, you're thinking that you're entering in the legitimate 25th word, but in reality, you're entering a 25th word that belongs to the attacker. Therefore, it's no longer your Bitcoin anymore because you don't hold those keys. Neither does the attacker, but he has it hostage now because he has the 25th word, which is needed in order to access that. So that was a major vulnerability that happened to Trezor and KeepKey. It is kind of complicated. This isn't a very technical show, but it is called a man-in-the-middle attack. And you guys could read more about this. I will put this in the description because it is kind of complicated. So we might have butchered the explanation of it. But this next part is very easy to understand. Pornhub, which we all use and love, Pornhub, shout out Pornhub Premium, now accepts Bitcoin. This lightning part doesn't exist. It's not there. I'm just going to blank it out in the edit. No, I'll keep it there, but fuck them. They only accept Bitcoin. And you know what? Satoshi Nakamoto would be approved. I bet you Satoshi right now is jerking off, and he's paying for his Bitcoin. He's paying for his Pornhub Premium with Bitcoin, which is pretty awesome. And a little quote says, Bitcoin would be convenient for people. Oh, this is Nakamoto himself voiced similar opinions in 2010. That's really cool. And he said, let me zoom in a little bit on this. Bitcoin would be convenient for people who don't have a credit card and don't want to use the cards they have. Either don't want their spouses to see it on the bill or don't trust giving their numbers to porn guys or afraid of recurring billing. Beautifully put. Man, it's, in my opinion, I think Nakamoto is an alien, bro. I think he's an alien.
Who's paying for porn anyways?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sorry. Is it really? That's a thing?
Phil, I think it's time for the software releases.
Software releases. All right, here we.
You sound like the movie guy. It's awesome. the movie trailer guy. It's so cool.
That's funny. Okay, so here we go with the software releases for the day. Hold on a second here. Okay, we've got Sparrow Desktop Wallet version 0.9.2. And in that, there's full support for single sig and multi-sig wallets on all common script types, standards-based, including full PSBT support, support for all common hardware wallets in USB and air-gapped modes, full coin and fee control, with modern coin selection, labeling of all transactions, inputs and outputs, lightweight and multi-platform. And also we are looking at Trezor Model T version 2.3.3 and Model 1 version 1.93, which, if I'm not, it has that passphrase vulnerability patch. So it's got the passphrase vulnerability patch, which, Bitvolt was just discussing in the previous segment, and TX fee hard limit. And that's everything we've got for the software releases for the day. So it's pretty good.
And we'll put all the details down in the link description because it is very complex stuff. And shout out to the bot that I'm using to get this stuff. It is called No Bullshit Bitcoin Telegram bot. Shout out to them because, man, they're very up to date with all the software releases. So shout out to them. We'll also give them credit in the description. And Phil, tell me about your podcast tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. Tomorrow I drop the episode with Ben the Carman on the Fun with Bitcoin podcast. Check it out. We're going to be talking about BIP8, BIP9, and discrete log contracts, which in brackets is oracles on Bitcoin. So very interesting stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. I love Phil's podcast. I think it's the best. I love his voice. No homo. He's like a big brother to me. I'm definitely go check that out. And if you guys want the best podcast, go check it out yourself. Anyways, guys, tune in tomorrow if you want Simply Bitcoin, daily recaps, and of course, no fucking shitcoin.